Hi, resilience champions. Welcome to today's live stream where we will be looking at failure. And we are emphasizing on fail your way to success. In today's video, we will explore how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. Have you ever failed at something? You are not alone. I have failed over and over. And it is not the end. We are going to fail every day because that is life. Life is not just one smooth sail. But what is it about failure when they say failure is your best teacher? What does that mean? That means every time you fail, do not look at where you fail, but look at where you slid. What made you to fail? Look at the lessons and then avoid failing the next time. So in today's video, we are going to really have an in-depth look at why do people fear failure, because most often people think that they are a failure just because they failed in one thing or they failed one time. They started to do something and it didn't work. They failed and they just stopped. Meanwhile, that is not when you stop. The more you fail, the more lessons you learn, and the more you have to use those lessons to build back better. And so today we are going to really discuss and shift your mindset about failure, because failure is the opportunity to begin again. And this time you begin more intelligently because you are using the experiences of the learned lessons from your failure to build back better. And one of the things that allows you to use failure as a building block is to accept that failure is a part of everyday success. Every successful person has failed so many times you cannot imagine. Hi, Sister Winnie, you're welcome to today's live stream. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. And today's live stream, we are focusing on High Mountain of Inspiration. You are so welcome to today's live stream where we are focusing on failure as an opportunity to build back better, and that we are emphasizing on using failure as your way to success, because failure gives us the lessons and we use those lessons to build back better. So in today's video, we are going to explore how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. And we are talking more about mindset because when you really see, you have to shift the way you see failure. When you shift the way you see failure and see it as a learning process instead of an end of the journey, it helps you to use those lessons to build back better. And everybody has failed. Everyone has failed. We have failed over and over and in many things. But what is the lesson in failing? Fail 3 times, they say, but get up 4 times. Fail 9 times, get up 10 times. Because why? Because failure, when you use it as a stepping stone, you become more and more successful. Because you are not looking at where you fail, you are looking at why you failed. How did I fail? Where did I slide? And if I'm passing this road again, I have to avoid where I slid. And so the first thing about failure is to accept it as part of the success journey. And then when you accept it that way, it means you are taking responsibility. Hi, Sojos, you are so welcome, Sajos. I am proud of you. I am happy to have you on live stream today. You are never late. It is you are very welcome and you are very on time. I just started and we are talking today about failure, and I want to share some of the lessons that I learned about failure. Yes, I know that you're the one, and I'm really proud of you because you have decided to change your handle to your business handle, which means you are doing great things and that a lot of things are happening in your life. So I am very proud of you. I celebrate you for your success. I celebrate you for taking up the for taking it upon yourself to build yourself. So congratulations, and I am really proud of you. I celebrate you. You are always welcome. So I was saying that today I want to share some, like, just 3 or 4 lessons that I learned about failure, which has helped me. Because at first I used to think that I was a failure just because I failed in marriage, I failed to have children, and I really had myself to blame for so many things. But what did I need to do? I needed to look at the things that I could do successfully. I needed to look at the lessons and to avoid failing over and over. Yes, I have new videos, so you can always go back and watch them. That's the beauty of YouTube. The videos are always there. And so we are talking about to use failure and to fail your way to success means, hi, educated natural, you are so welcome. Thank you very much. And blessings to you too. You are welcome to the live show. Today we want to explore how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. And I was sharing that the first thing that I learned about failure is take responsibility. When you fail, take the responsibility. And what does that mean? You admit your fault. You admit that you have weaknesses, and you admit that you want to fix them. Because when you take responsibility, it's like, okay, now, yes, I accept that this thing has happened. How can I fix it? And that gives you real power to be able to find the lessons. You find why you failed, and then you can adjust, adapt, and then you do better. And so the best way to fix anything is by using the lessons of our failures and our challenges. So when we fail, we shouldn't look at it at the end of the road. We have to always look at failure as a part of the process. And the mindset becomes so necessary because it is that growth and open mindset that gives you now the push to be able to look for the lessons and build back better, to look for the lessons and avoid them next time. And another thing that I learned about, hi Rose, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, and I'm glad to have you today in the live show. Today we are talking about failing your way to success. Use failure as your stepping stone. Use the mistakes and use the lessons that you have learned. Hi, Jared, you are so welcome. My sister Mercy, I am so proud of all of you who are coming in. Thank you so much. You could have been somewhere else, but you choose to come to this live stream. I am so blessed to have all of you, and I thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. And we are saying that failure, when you treat failure as a learning opportunity, you will be able to change your mindset. Because each time we fail, we shouldn't just get blocked and say, okay, this is the end. Always have bear in mind that you owe yourself the responsibility to ask the right questions. Why did I fail? And how can I improve? Because we have to also understand that life is a learning journey. We learn every day. Every new day is a new learning opportunity. And so when you have that mindset, you are open to learn new things. And once you learn new things, you have new opportunities and you can grow better. Oh, that's really beautiful. You Congratulations, Jared. This YT journey is a real journey, and we have to celebrate every milestone. So we join you in celebrating your new milestone, and this means you have more work in your hands, and so to more work and to more blessings. So we are proud of you. We are proud that you are part of our network, and I'm really proud of us because we are in the business of collecting good and successful people. And so together we are going to go further and, succeed together. You're very welcome. And so the third thing about failure is failure teaches us that success is never guaranteed, because life is not just one smooth sail. Life is not just one smooth sail. It's full of mountains, valleys, hilltops, like the waves. They go up and they go down, and we have to sail them. And so, once we understand that life is not a smooth sail, we are more conscious. And then when we are more conscious, we are more open to learn. And this helps us to understand that things could go wrong despite our best effort. And one of the things that we also would learn is that we can never be perfect. It's okay to fail, because perfection does not exist, but we can improve and grow and get better. So we are not striving for perfection, we are striving for improvement. And that's why when we look at failure as a sure guarantee that life is not just success, and that life is challenges also, that gives us the preparedness and the mindset to find possibility. We learn to not let the fear of failure hold us back, because when we know that we are going to fail, sometimes we just decide to, okay, instead of going out, and or instead of going into this business when I don't know how to do it, I just better stay back. That is not the solution. Because why? Fear of failure is the number one thing that is blocking a lot of us from getting to our best version. And why do we fear? Most of the time, the fear is self-imposed. It's not that we have tried. Like somebody said, there is no evidence that you have tried and failed, or there is no evidence that if you try, you will not succeed. But there's clear evidence that you have not tried. And so why? You have to try. You have to try. You have to continue working on yourself. And that is why we say we are a work in progress. And there is always room for improvement. Because why? Because we learn from our failures and then we grow from them. And we also learn from the failures of other people and we grow from them. Like there's a saying that life gives us the test before it teaches us the lesson. And that is different from school, because when we go to school, we learn the lesson and then we get the test. But life is different, and those are practical, because life is practical. And that is why we have to be vigilant and open minded to be able to see every lesson in everything that happens to us, not only the good things, but more especially the bad things, or which I call the challenging things, because there's nothing bad. Everything is here to teach us something. Like they say, everything that happens is for us and not to us. So we look at the things that happen in our lives, we look at the lessons that we get from them, and then we see how we can improve to become our best version or become better than we were the day before. Hi, relax and enjoy by Vanessa. You are so welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up and thank you for coming to the live stream where today we are looking at failure as a good, positive, and enriching thing to help us transform our mindset and grow. And that comes to another thing that I learned about failure. Failure teaches us to embrace change because sometimes failure is the universe telling us we are not doing something right or we are not going the right direction. For example, imagine that you started a business and it failed. Sometimes you just need to look at why you failed. And when you look closely at why you failed, you can realize that you just failed because you needed a specific skill set for that business to be successful. Because whether we like it or not, when we are going into anything that we are doing, we have the confidence to do it, but we need the competence. And so the confidence is the mindset, and the competence is the skill set. And so each time you fail, always look at why you failed, and that way you will really see the reasons that made you to fail, and then you will find a way to build your skills to succeed the next time. And the good thing about when you're starting over or when you are doing something for the second, third, fourth, or 20th, even for the 1,000th time, the good thing about it is you have experiences from all the times that the thing did not work. And it's a very beautiful thing because for every next step, you get better. For every next step, you get better. Think about the way they process diamonds. The more they beat it, every next step, the more they beat it, the more fine the shape is. And so the more you go further and learn and build back, you become more and more successful. Thank you, Rose, for the share. Thank you very much. And thank you all for being here. And so when we talk about failure, sometimes we just give up without really trying, or we think, I'm tired of all of this. I have really done my best and I am just tired. And we think that giving up is the easiest thing. My friends, I tell you, giving up is never the option, and giving up is never the only solution. And failure, like they always say, think about all the successful people. Do you imagine how many times they have failed? I bet you will really be like, wow, I didn't know they too failed. I have always thought about Michael Jordan when I hi, good times homestead. You are so welcome. Thank you very much. Never ever give up because you might be just one decision away to your breakthrough. You might be just one step away to the top. You finish climbing, and then just the last step, you decide to give up. What happens? All the efforts that you put in and everything is gone in vain. And so I really like this perspective. Never ever give up. Hi, Infinite Wellness and Coaching. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Blessings to you too. I am also delighted to see you. And it's always a blessing to have you and to have all of you out there in the chat sharing and just supporting and encouraging. If anyone has anything you want to share, you can come to the panel. I've left the link. I have left the link. Oh, you have so many channels. You just get me all. Oh my goodness. I am so proud of you. You are one roller coaster. Keep up, my dear sister. You are a real example, and I really celebrate you. You have so many channels. I really don't even know how you go about all of them, but you are a phenomenal coach. Keep going, and really, I'm proud of you. And I can't always say it every time. I celebrate you all the time. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. So, if anyone wants to come up and share their ideas about failing your way to success, I will be very delighted to have you. You have the link in the chat. But if not, we'll continue discussing. And okay, I don't have content here. Just want to get my company name out there. Okay, that's very important because those affirmations are so important. They are so useful because mindset is key, and those are the things that help us to grow our mindset. So keep them coming. You put them into as many channels as you can, because every new channel will reach new people. So you are always welcome. There's nothing like abundance or too much of positivity. And that's really what keeps me really inspired. Hey, Rich Cat, longest time. I am so happy to have you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you really enjoyed the summer, and I hope that everything is going well. I cannot wait to come to that ranch and have some goodies, because those goodies there, you shouldn't be enjoying them alone. Hi, Peaceful Earth with Mercy. You are so welcome to the chat. I am so happy to have all of you. And I was like, okay, when I look at all the people who have succeeded, and I look at their testimony, it always gives me the encouragement to say yes, because we always think that some famous people don't have scars or that they have not faced any challenges. Thank you so much, sis. But everybody, the bottom line is everybody has faced challenges at one point or another. And if they tell you what they have faced, my goodness, you will be mind blown. You will be mind blown. I'm always referring, when I get to like, okay, I'm done with this, I've done it so many times, it's not giving me the results with. I always think about Michael Jordan, our goats, our basketball goats, the greatest of all times. Hi, Marlene. You are so welcome. I am happy to have you here. I know that you're so busy. Charlene, all of you, everybody is busy, but I am so appreciative of you taking time to stop by my live stream and to support me and encourage me. Thank you so much. Today we are discussing on how to fail your way to success. And if anybody wants to come up the panel, you are always welcome. I have the link in the chat. You can come up. If not, you can, if you have any questions or any contributions, just put them in the chat and we will discuss along. And so I was talking about Michael Jordan. When I read his testimony, I am always so mind blown. Okay, Rich Cat is telling Charlene to do post some affirmation videos for us. You just have to start. If you wait until you're ready, it might not ever happen. Love you, from Rich Cat. We are sharing all the love, because one thing that I learned, actually, just start. Like they call it the 5% rule. When you have an idea, use 5% of it, even if it's just 5% of it, action. Even if it's just 5% action, take action. And then don't use 95% of your time to plan and wait until it is perfect. No, use 5% action to start and grow in the process, because progress comes in the process. And so I'm really thankful for this reminder. You can never be so ready before you start. And like Cardinal Newman always said, oh, he said it centuries ago, and it is still true today. If one were to wait to do it until it is perfect to do a thing, nothing will be done on earth. I'm paraphrasing it. That's not exactly the way he said it, but he said if we had to wait till everything was perfect to start, nothing will be done on earth. Which means why? Start. 5% action on an idea and grow in the process. Don't take 95% of your time to plan and wait for it to be successful. And the chat is running so fast. I'm really, I'm re- yes, Jane and Steve, you will have the end of the Michael Jordan story. It is so mind blowing, and you will really enjoy it. I'm sure you've heard it several times. You know, he has this success mantra, which he always says, to learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail. What does he say? To learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail. And what does Hi Ruth, you are welcome. I don't know if I missed anybody in the chat. Please forgive me. I am so happy to have all of you here, and the chat is running so fast. So Michael Jordan says, to learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail. And what does he mean? Because if you don't fail, you will not value your success. You have to fail your way to success to be able to value it, to be able to hold it, like to really know that, yes, I merit it because I worked for it. And I would like to read the story for you, because if I try to to tell you the story, I will miss it. Let me read it for you. He says, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. And he explains, I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Wow, how about that? Yes, no one knows it all, and no one knows it all in the beginning. Learning is part of the joy of creating content. Absolutely. Ask me about it and I will tell you because thank you, Love to Travel with the Waves. You are so welcome to today's live show, and we are discussing about how to fail your way to success. And we are saying, and everybody is saying, you have to start and progress in the process. You don't have to wait till everything is figured out. You have to start, and then you will progress in the process. Yes, Jen and Steve, I am telling you, you should read this story, because when we always say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, the greatest of all time in basketball, we just see the times that he has succeeded, but he talks about why he succeeded, because he failed over and over and over and over. Can you beat that? He missed 9,000 shots. Who remembers those 9,000 shots? Nobody. What do we remember? The winning shots. And what does that tell us? No matter how many times we have failed, we should keep trying. We should keep trying, because The more we try, the more we get clarity, the more we grow. And we learn, we just pick the lessons and fine-tune them, we adapt them, and we re-employ them, we re-implement. If it doesn't work, we start again. And it is not difficult. It is not difficult. So when you look at life like that, absolutely. When you look at life like that, you know that you have not finished with yourself. You know that you are not a failure because you failed at some things at some point. Every one of us, we are a work in progress. But what is the catch? We need to put in the work. We need to nurture it. We need to make it grow. And the grind is every day. It's not one day, it's not 2 days. It is a lifestyle. It is our way of doing growth. We are focused on growing. We are not focused on where we fail. We are focused on how to get up. Wow. Audrey, you are so welcome. I thank you for coming. Long time. I miss you. Where have you been? You disappeared. I hope you've been doing some beautiful things and that we are going to celebrate more things. And so I always, yeah, life is a journey and you cannot give up because it's like they say, it's like a bicycle. You when you stop pedaling, it stops moving. Well, you have automatic bikes. I'm talking about the ones that really use the pedals. You The more you pedal, even if it's like if I'm going for a bike ride, I'm not going to like those guys who do the bike racing and all of that. I go at my pace. But the more you paddle, little by little, you going. It's different from somebody who is static. It's different from, let me remove these screws from here. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marlene, for removing those haters. There are people like that. They always think that they should go and spoil things. Hi, my brother Black Guns and Gardens. You are so welcome. I thank you for coming to today's chat. Thank you for coming. I'm trying to adjust to a new okay. Okay. I'm so thank you so much. And I really wish you all the best. It's always good to start new things and to start a new journey because we are just saying that failure teaches us to embrace change. Not only failure, sometimes we just have to change and change environment and do new things. Go out of the places where our comfort zone, not that it is not comfortable, but that we have maxed out on all the opportunities that are here and we need new grounds and new opportunities. So Audrey, you are on the good path and I wish you all the best in this new journey because the best is always yet to come. The best is always ahead of us. And so when you look at life, like my failures, I have to use them as my springboard. You really enjoy your success because you know that you have worked for it. Have you remembered the times that somebody just gave you a gift and then you sometimes they give you a gift and you don't really value it because, well, some people, because they don't know how much love you put into it, the amount of money that you put into it, or the amount of time that you put into it. So when those things, they are quantified not only in monetary terms, but like the emotion, the love, and the time cannot even be quantified in monetary terms. So we just appreciate what what we have, what people do for us. And so we just take things for granted. But when you work for it yourself, you know how it is. Absolutely, my brother. Every time you get out of your comfort zone, great things happen. Because all the time that you are in your comfort zone, you sometimes you really have done everything that is there. And if you keep getting the same results, like they say, you do the same things, you get the same results. Look in the horizon, look out, explore your environment, explore other opportunities. And you so thank you for sharing that. Yeah, we need to be thankful. Absolutely love to travel with the waves, because thankfulness is so gratitude is like the foundation. Like they say, the more grateful you are, the more things you will have to be grateful for. And so I was still emphasizing on, hi, Ted Latetuas TV, you're welcome. I was really coming back on this because when you really put in the work, you enjoy the success. You really enjoy the success because you have that satisfaction for a job well done. And so putting in the work gives you real room for satisfaction. You really know that I am capable of good things. I am capable of doing great things. I am capable of being successful. And so, how do we feel our way to success when things seem so bleak? Because sometimes we think we have reached the end of the road, and that, well, instead of just trying again, let me just give up. You know why? When you give up, things become worse. And then you when you give up, sometimes you give up and then you continue thinking about that thing. Which one is better? To work on it to improve it, or to give up and just continue thinking about it and getting stressed? And that is why they say you have to put in the work. Put in the work, but this time you are using the lessons from your failure. And when you use the lessons, you are getting better results. When you start doing something the first time, if you have to do it 10 times, I bet you the 10th time is far better than the second time that you did it. What did they say? Repetition is the mother, the father, the uncle, the cousin, the daughter, the niece, the nephew, the son of learning. Repetition. You have to do it over, even if it means you have to do it over and over and over to get it right. At least finally you get it right. And you forget even about all the 10,000 times that you have failed. You celebrate that one time that you succeeded. And that is the beauty of failing your way to success. Because at the end of the day, you don't even remember. You don't remember. I don't have children, but the people who have children always say, like the women who have children, they always say when you are in the labor room, the pain is so much. But when the child comes out, immediately you just forget about it and you are focused on your bundle of joy. And so when you work hard, you value your success better because you are proud of the work that you put up. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up. I thank you so much for all of you in the chat participating actively. The chat is running so much that I am even unable to catch up. And I'm so happy to have all of you and for us to learn and grow together. Because today's topic, where we are trying to explore how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help us transform our mindset and grow. Hi, my brother Odoms, you are so welcome. Happy to have you today. We are talking about how to fail your way to success. And we are saying that fail 100 times, get up 101 times. And somebody really already defined it. I don't know who, I can't say the person, I can't remember, but somebody defined fail as first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. So what does it mean? There is nothing like failure. Either you win or you learn. Let me say that again. Failure does not exist. Each time you do something and you don't succeed, you win or you learn. So each time you do something, when you succeed, you win. When you don't succeed, you learn. And what is fail? First attempt in learning. And what is learning? Learning is repetition. You repeat the process over and over and over until you get it right. Think about the first time, like those of us who like baking. The first time I baked a cake, I was not as the cake did not come out as the cake that I make now, because I had to master how the recipe, the ingredients, and the order, because the order in which you put the ingredients determines the outcome. It determines how crunchy or how your cake will come out. So that first experience, I didn't get the very good results. So I had to do it over and over and over. So the more you do it, the more you become perfect. And that is why they say just start and trust the process, because progress comes with the process. If you don't start, you will not even progress. Hello, Josephine, you are so welcome. I'm happy to have you on this live show. Today we are discussing about how to fail your way to success. So you don't look at it as a failure, you look at it as a first attempt at learning. And how do we learn? We are not like, sometimes some people take time to learn. Some people get it the first time. It is okay. Everybody has their own unique qualities. So it is okay for you to do it even 100 times. Don't compare with people who you think they just did it once and succeeded. You don't know their journey. And to tell you something, people who have succeeded have failed woefully. They are the ones, most success people are the ones who have really failed. Because why? They didn't give up. And because why? They understood the success process. And we go back to Michael Jordan. Why did he say, to learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail? Because when you fail and you are an open-minded achiever who is focused on growing, you don't look at it as a failure. You look at it as a lesson, and then you find how you can do it better. Yes, Josephine, everyone have a different grace. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have learned from mistakes and found that I can help others because of the experience. And that is very, very true. You are so on point. And you know why? We learn in two ways. And I'm really, really proud of you. I celebrate you for using your experience to help others, because we learn in two ways. We learn from our own mistakes, which sometimes is really so hard. Some people is so hard on them that they can't even pick themselves up. And that is how life is. Life will give you the test and then you learn the lesson. And then we also learn from other people's mistakes. And that is why you have to be vigilant. You have to have the open mindset to learn from everywhere, from everything, from everybody, and be humble. Sometimes there's a lot that we can learn from children or from everybody, because everyone has a unique gift that the gifts that I have are not necessarily the gifts that you have. Be humble to learn from everybody, because when you have an open mind, I tell you, my friends, you will learn so many things. You would really learn a lot of things. Adam says, yes, one reason I started sharing videos is to show my success and failures in my garden and life lessons. Absolutely. And the beauty of sharing is you are helping one person at a time. You don't even imagine how far your videos are watched and how much help you are giving people, because we take things for granted. Sometimes we say, what can I teach anybody? Just gardening? It's just as easy as going outside and planting. No, my friends, gardening is not like some easy thing. Just go and put the seeds. No, you have to mulch the soil. You have to even find the real fertile soil. You have to know when to plant what, because there are some things that you plant in one season and some that you plant in another season. I'm talking like this autumn because I come from a farming community. We live on farms, and so I know what it means when you have a garden. Your garden is like a little version of my big farm, because we grow. I come from Cameroon, where we grow like 90% of the things that we eat. And so we farm all year round. And so I know that there are certain things that you plant at certain seasons. Absolutely. There are certain things that you plant at certain seasons. So you don't just plant like that. People think you can just go out there and plant. And no, you have to, first of all, find good seeds. You know the season when to plant. Like Odom says, you know how to take care of your soil. You nurture, you have to weed, because you don't just go and plant and then you wait till the harvest season, then you go to harvest. No, you plant, you weed, and then you keep nurturing until the harvest. So it's a whole process. It's not like I just go and plant and then I go and harvest. And that is why every little thing that you share, no matter, sometimes because we just take it for granted, so many people don't know it. So many people don't know it. Yes, love to travel. I plan to learn more about planting. My dad was a farmer. I can tell you that farming, when you plant your own things, the day you go to harvest, you have such satisfaction, because you see the beauty and the rewards of your labor. You see your handwork. It's so beautiful. I come from a farming community. We always farm, and even when I go back home, like here, I don't have I have like a small garden where I plant. But back home is a really big farm where we plant, and we plant a lot of things all year round. There's different seasons to plant different things, and then harvesting and all of that. And so it's, you have to put in the work, you have to nurture it before you get a good harvest. So it's a process, and you just trust the process, because when you are going to plant, you trust that the plant will germinate. And that's the same thing with, if you want to start a new business or if you want to learn a new skill, just start and trust the process. Because why? Progress comes in the process. The more you put in the work, the more you nurture it, the more you focus on growth, you will achieve growth. And that's why every time you talk about fail, you say fail forward. Oh, Josephine, congratulations for your monetization. And I accept the invitation and I am going to come and celebrate with you. But I celebrate you today because you did not sit and just be a YouTube consumer. You decided to put in the work to be a content creator, and now you are reaping the fruits of your labor. You have put in the work, girl. Those 4,000 kWh is not a joke. To get 1,000 bananas is not a joke. So you put in the work, and then I am proud of your success. So congratulations. We shall be there for the party. Love to travel with Wave says, my mom has a small garden, but the squirrels, don't worry. Even how, no matter how much the squirrels take, there will still be a little left for you. And we also had a lot of challenges with monkeys because we I come from a community where we grew a lot of corn, and monkeys in Africa, they eat corn like you cannot imagine. So we had to put scarecrows in the farms and all of those. Or somebody had to be there all the time to drive them away. So it's part of the work. So you'll find some creative ways of doing away with those squirrels. Oh, I don't know what you will do, but Adams, do you have anything to tell Love to Travel with Waves about how to keep squirrels from your garden? Please, she needs help. Yes, congratulations, Josephine. Everybody is talking to everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good job. You're doing well. Yeah, Odom says, yes, my family used to have a big pig farm when when I was young. We always had a large garden. Love to spend my summers there. Absolutely. Do you know the beauty of having a garden? You are not only cultivating and planting the things that you eat, you are exercising, and you're exercising your mind, your body, your brain, everything. Just going to the farm or going to your garden, going to take care of your garden is like shifting from sitting in front of your computer to really going to do something that is different, and that gives you more energy when you come back to your desk to work. And so all of those different exercises are so necessary for your holistic well-being. And so it is a good thing to have some extra activity that you do from your daily work, because all of those, they combine to give you real good well-being habits. So you are doing a good job. I really, really know what it is, because I am a farmer's daughter. I am a farmer myself, so I know what it is. Yeah, I love to do. We put two fake owls to scare them. Look, I hope they got scared, but I know that we used to use those scarecrows a lot. But I don't know. I don't really know. There are some home friendly insecticides that we used for our garden here. We used baking soda, and I don't know, baking soda to spray on the leaves, on the vegetables. I don't know if that can help, but although I know rural farming in my village, I don't know about urban farming. Hi, my dear beautiful sister Lasus Jenny, you are so welcome. Now you are also a gardener. Can you help Love to Travel with the Waves to tell her what she can do to scare the squirrels that are eating her garden? She has a Question. Squirrels are eating her garden and all the gardeners in the house. Please help. Odom said, I took out 6 squirrels this year and skunk, and my dog got 1 squirrel and I don't know if squirrels are protected species where you are, because sometimes you cannot really, you can't catch them. You just have to scare them away. I don't know. So thanks for the share. Thank you all. So, oh, okay. I will have to catch the replay. Oh, okay. It's not good for the it's not good for the squirrels. Well, I don't know. Yeah, because we had some insects that were eating the, especially the cabbage and the broccoli. Because we had cabbage, the particularly the cabbage and the broccoli. I don't know, they were really like so used to eating more of that. So we had to spray them and it worked. So you see, I don't know about urban gardening. And that's why I am asking, maybe all the gardeners in the house, at least you have more experience and you can give love to travel some practical tips to help send the squirrels away. But if not, those squirrels, sometimes you just go out and play with them. They are very creative, so you have to also find very creative ways of keeping them away, because they will always go and come, go and come. After all, they don't have anything else to do but to look for food. Can you vote on my community tab so I can win best video? Okay, I will check that. I will check that when I finish with the live stream. We are in the community of building each other. So, and for everyone out there, please, we can go and support Love to Travel with Waves, because we are in a community of building each other. Teamwork makes dream work, and together we will go further. Further, alone you go far. Together we go further. And so we are going to give you the support. We are here for each other. We are here to support each other. And so we are coming back to our topic, how to fail your way to success. And you are so welcome. And we are saying that failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. Because why? Mindset is everything. We need mindset and the competence. So we need mindset and skill set. We need mindset and skill set to grow. So even when we have successfully cultivated a growth mindset, what is a growth mindset? An open mind that is ready to learn and grow. So even when we have this growth mindset, we have to ask the next question: what are the skill sets I need to be able to grow and achieve my goals? And that is where we we come in with failing your way to success, because most often when we start the first time, we don't succeed, or it is not as successful. Success is not like somebody said, you can't Google your way to success. Success is not something that you just press the button and it works. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. And so, thank you, Marlene. I thought you were going to work. I'm so happy that you have time to come to the live stream and to do a beautiful job to make the live stream more successful. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I'm so happy, and I celebrate you all for stopping by to support, to encourage, to share love, and to promote what we are doing together and trying to grow together. I always like talking about failure as your springboard because I have seen so many successful people how they failed and how they used the lessons from those failures each time to improve and to become successful. It's so amazing. And are we saying? We are so blessed that in today's world, thank you so much, Marlene. Because of you all, I can be able to go one day at a time and improve 1% at a time. So we live in a world today where, like they call it, a global village, which means we are interconnected. And from here to there, everybody is interconnected, and we can learn and share and grow. And so each time I look at all these people and I tell myself, wow, I just tried 2 or 3 times and I gave up. No, giving up is not the answer, because when you give up, it remains in your subconscious and you are stressed. So instead of using the time to be stressed, think about it this way: why don't I use the time to build better? Why don't I look at the mistakes and look at those lessons and see what I can do? Because the looking at the lessons means absolutely giving up is not an option. Looking at the lessons means I am ready to grow. And when you look at the lessons, sometimes you will see that this thing I can't do it alone, and then you decide to find help. And when you're finding help from the lessons, you are you have clarity on exactly what you're looking for, because you have tried it, it didn't work, and then you have looked at the lesson, and then you are trying now to. Thank you so much, Rich Cat. Thank you for the love. Have a blessed day, you too, and thank you for coming. And so, when you think about how can I find help, you have to know what you need help for. Because when you know exactly what help you need, you know exactly where to find it. And so sometimes the help you need is to just build a new skill set, learn the skill sets that you need. Sometimes you need a coach that will help you, or a mentor. What is a coach? Somebody who has succeeded in what you are trying to do. You might decide to just model their success, model the strategy that they used. And the thing about modeling is they didn't say copy and paste. No, because each person is unique, and each dream is unique, and each experience is unique. So I can copy what Marlene used and paste it in my own circumstance and get the same result. It's really not possible, because we have two different experiences. We might be doing the same thing, but we have two different backgrounds and two different experiences. And so what do? I take the success strategy that she has used, I adapt it to my circumstances and to my own experiences, and then I implement. So they will say adapt and replicate. There's nothing like copy and paste. It really doesn't work. If you are copying and pasting, it means you think you are, that will lead you into competition. And the competition is never with another person. The competition is always with you, because you are striving to be your best version every other day. And so, absolutely, giving up is not an option. You can't even give up on yourself, because when you have made yourself your best friend and your best and your hero, you don't give up on yourself. You will do everything it takes to get what you want, because you know that You are your own rescue. First, any help that you can get is a bonus, but you have to take yourself as far as you can go, and then you can look for help. And so we are exploring how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. And for anyone who has ever failed and has had the thought of giving up, you have 10,000 second chances. We have Adams who is coming on the panel to share with
Hello.
you. Hi, my brother. You are so welcome. How are you
Thank
doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. I just gonna step on here for a few minutes and tell you I enjoy
Thank you
your
so much
show.
for the support.
I enjoy your show. Your topics is really amazing. It hits home on a lot of things that I experienced in my life, and I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Uh, I've learned over the years that other opinions of me really affected my self worth and how I felt about myself, and that right there was blocking a lot of my blessings. And when I learned to let go of that, of other opinions of me, and learn to forgive myself for some stuff I did in my past. Oh, it was like a whole different world open for me, a whole different light, and it was just amazing. And so every day I give God thanks and praise for what He done for me and how He touched me in my life. So I just wanted to speak on that and touch on that. Maybe that'll help somebody else realize that other people's opinions of you is not really the truth about you. You got to see through God's eyes, and God loves us all, and He forgives us all for no matter what we do. So if you stay down on yourself and don't forgive yourself for some of your past mistakes, you're blocking your blessing because He don't want that. He wants you to forgive yourself just like He forgives you. And when you do that and you move forward, you start putting away that negativity and keeping people out of your life that's not benefiting your life, it really opens up doors for you.
You are right. Absolutely. Because why? You you don't even, because you are your own priority. It's not other people, it's not what they think. And besides, people will always criticize you no matter what you do.
Yeah,
Because there are some people who will always find something to say about somebody. Like they say back home in Africa, that even if you take a bath under, if you take a shower under the rain, your enemy will still accuse you of raising dust. What does that
yeah.
mean? People will always talk no matter what you do. There are people like that, and that is why you have to make yourself your priority and focus on your growth. And I'm really proud of you for learning the lessons, because a lot of times we don't learn the lessons until we
Hey,
have really suffered.
it took me a long time to realize that, and it didn't come from like one person. I mean, it's stuff that happens over throughout your whole entire life. I mean, you got some teachers that'll tell you that you'll be dead in jail before you're 25. You know, you got people in your family that even try to keep you down, and you just gotta rise above it and forgive them, and forgive yourself for your past mistakes, and just move forward. Because that's what God wants. He wants us all to be happy. He wants us all to flourish. That's all He wants.
Absolutely. And it's so difficult for us to forgive ourselves. It's easy
Yes,
for us to forgive other people, but that's why we have to practice self-compassion. And that's why
yes,
you have to make yourself your best friend. What do
yes.
you give to your best friend? You give the best. You give them compassion, you give them love. And so you have to make yourself your priority, and then you give yourself that love, and any other love or any other compassion is just a bonus. Thank you, John, for coming. I'm so happy to have you. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting. Thank you so much. And so I want to come back to this idea of the people who bring you down being your family members. I know how challenging it is. And when I always talk about energy audits, which means The people that are bringing you negativity, one once in every while, weed them out of your life. I know that sometimes, as when they are family members, it is difficult.
And you
But
just gotta
when
love them
you
from afar.
absolutely, when you are your own priority, it gets to a stage where you either choose your own happiness or you choose them. And when you are your priority, you always choose you first. Like they
Yeah.
say, always be the first on your line. So, because if you don't save you, people don't care.
No.
Even if you are, sometimes even you have a twin brother or a twin sister, you are individuals, and so you have to take care of your own progress, your own mental health, your own self-care. And it's those are things that we work on every day. It's not like some one day. No, it is a work in progress. We have to always work on them. We have to
Yeah.
always check. We have to always make sure that
Yeah, because I know most of us are our own biggest critic. I know I am. I'm hard on myself because I expect more from myself because of what happened in my past. I don't want what people said or thought about me back then to affect my future. So I push harder. So I'm harder on myself to be better. And my wife tell me all the time, you got to stop being so hard on yourself. Quit beating yourself up. And I try, I do, but I'm human just like everybody else. So we still all still have our flaws that we got to work through. But just pray on it. Keep doing your best. Keep pushing forward.
God bless her. She's doing a good job. I'm telling you, it's not only you. I also find it difficult to have compassion on myself. I had to work on it. I had to be intentional. I had to make a conscious effort because I cannot tell you how many years it took me to also forgive myself, to also realize that it is okay to make mistakes and that you only have to learn and pick yourself up. It is not
Yeah.
okay to fall and remain on the floor. It is okay to make mistakes, but you have to pick yourself up. Always trust your get up.
Yeah.
And it's not very easy, but you can make it a practice bit by bit, and then you become more and more used to it. Self-forgiveness is really, really important because that will guarantee your wellness and that will give you real peace of mind. And really, you just go by the premise that there's nothing like perfection and that you are a normal human being and that you are likely to make mistakes.
Yes.
And that is why we say fail your way to success. You are not the person in the past. You have learned from your past. You are growing now to becoming a better person every day because every day we make the policy of becoming better than we were the day before. And
Yes,
so,
ma'am. But I hate to run, but my wife just got here and it's about time for me to go to work. So I appreciate you having me on. And
thank you so
thank
much.
you for all you do. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
You
And say
too.
me well to your wife.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
So, friends, I am so happy to have you. I am so happy that everybody is learning to be their own priority because sometimes it takes us a long, long time to realize that we are our own priority and that we need to work on ourselves. We go and work on other things, we work on other people, we work on our jobs, but working on ourselves is really difficult. Well, that's the way society has built us. But if we have to be really performant and productive, it is necessary to work on ourselves and make ourselves our own priority, and especially to practice self compassion because we always expect so much from us. We are so easy to just let go if somebody doesn't do something right. Meanwhile, when we make one mistake, it is okay to make mistakes, but we have to learn from them and decide to grow. And that's why they say you have to explore failure as a positive and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. What does that mean? Everything is in the mind. The mindset is capital. You need to grow, you need your mindset and your skill set. But when you start having that growth mindset, you open your mind to accepting to learn from your mistakes or from your successes and to grow. It makes life much, much easier for you. And that brings you a whole wellness, which will also continue to help you to continue growing. And like Love to Travel with Wave says, slowly it will happen. Growth is not something that you use a remote control. You put it off and it's off. You put it on and it's on. It is a work in progress. And when you work on it, it becomes a lifestyle and it just becomes normal. But you have to get the work ethic because you are not going to just sit and things will happen. You have to grow them. You have to nurture. You have to put in the work and you have to really just stay focused on building yourself, and the other things around you will just fall in place. So we were saying all day that failure gives us new opportunities for growth and allows us to figure out how to make things work. Because why? Failure is an integral part of every success story. And we have seen so many successful people who have failed over and over and over. But what did they do? They did not give up. They kept using the lessons from the last fail to perfect the next performance. And what do they say? Repetition is the mother, the father, the sister, the brother. Repetition is the center of every learning. When we do something over and over the right way, we get perfect, we get progress. And I shared the things that I learned about failure. I learned a lot of things about failure, and I shared in this video. The first thing that I learned about failure is learn to take responsibility of your failures. Own your failures and stop blaming everybody else for all the things that are not working in your life. When you learn to take your responsibility and accept your failures, it means you admit your fault, which makes you want to fix it. And the best way to fix anything is by using the lessons from the failures and from our challenges. So when you are failing, it is not the end of the road. It is the universe telling you, check what you're doing. Check what you're doing. And like we say, checking is something that we should make it a habit. Because sometimes the checking is just for you to do little adjustments here and there. It's not that you have to do some big micro projects or macro projects. No, sometimes just check some little habits that you have that you can change or you can fine tune to make them positive habits that will help you. And really, when you keep blaming everyone else, you don't even see the part that you have to play, and then you get stressed, you waste time, you become a bitter person for just no good reason. Meanwhile, if you focus on the lesson, you will just learn and grow and get going. I also learned that when you treat every failure as a learning opportunity, you will be able to change your mindset. We have the power of the mind cannot be underestimated. Your mindset is everything. And staying open to learning should be a lifestyle because the more we learn, the better we do. Sometimes you don't you fail because you didn't know better, and then you make up your mind to learn and grow. And the more you learn, the better you become. There's no way you will learn and you will not become better. You have to learn, and then you become better. Failure also teaches us that success is never guaranteed, because life is not just one smooth sail, and which helps us to understand that things could go wrong despite our best effort. And when we know that failure is always a possibility, we learn to not let the fear of failure hold us back. So when they say failure is not guaranteed, it's not okay, because life is not just one smooth sail. If life had no challenges, I don't know how boring things will be. It would be so boring. If really I think it would be really so boring if life was like just success, you just get up, and it really will get boring. But life is like the waves. Sometimes they are high and sometimes they are low, and we have to scale them. And so when you look at life in with those eyes, you are ready to accept your challenges, and you are ready to accept your failures, and to grow from every experience that you have. And like we say, every action that we take, when you have a growth mindset, you are expecting two things. If you succeed, you win. If you fail, you learn. So failure does not mean the end. You take action. When you succeed, you have won. When you fail, you have learned. And what do you do with the lessons? You build on them. When you have lessons, you have more clarity. The more lessons, the more clarity you have. And that will really help you to keep growing, because growth is continuous. You can't say, I'm going to grow to a certain level. No, growth is continuous. Once you have planted that seed, it can only keep growing. You can't grow to a certain extent and you decide to cover up your head and say, okay, now it's okay, I've stopped growing and stuff. No, you have to keep growing, because every new day you have to make up a policy of becoming a better person, of becoming your better version. And we also said, as I was sharing, that I learned that failure teaches us to embrace change, because sometimes failure is the universe telling us that there is something we are not doing right. I gave the example. Imagine that you started a business and it failed. This could just mean that you need to learn a new skill set, you need to find a coach, you need to find a mentor, you need to find examples of people who have done it and succeeded. And sometimes I really like the idea that failure teaches us to embrace change. Sometimes failure is teaching us that we have done this thing too much, and that really there's nothing here. We need to change. We need to change strategy. We need to move places. We need to change jobs. We need to change our way of doing. We need to change our mindset. Change is not a bad thing, because sometimes we fear because we don't know what is coming. We prefer to stay with what we know, but sometimes change is really the best way forward. Little changes, not that you just change abruptly, you put little changes and then you make them become daily habits. So change is a good thing when we look at it from the point of view of growth, because I did not I come from a generation where we went to the library and borrowed a physical book. And so all of this technology, I had to learn how to use technology, because what did I use my phone for? Just my I thought that my phone was just to call and to receive or send messages. But the marketers will tell you all you need to become a millionaire marketer is your phone. And so embracing change is not necessarily a bad thing. If I don't embrace the new technologies, how am I going to live in this modern world where everything is automated? It's going to be so challenging. You can't live with so many opportunities and you can't utilize them because you don't want to change and learn the new ways of doing things. So a lot of times change is so useful for our growth, because when we adapt to the new things that are happening, that's why you have to always look at your environment to see what are the new opportunities. And most of the new opportunities require us to learn new skills. And the beauty of learning new skills in today's world is, with the internet, go to YouTube or Google, even though they will tell you that we cannot Google success, but you can Google strategies on how to succeed. So you can go to Google and learn how to succeed. You can Google the success there, but you can learn the strategies that you need to succeed. And so, with the new technologies, if you are not learning them, you are not growing, because growth today is associated with new technology. Instead of letting the social media use you, you go and stay on YouTube the whole day, listening to people's videos, watching them. Why not become a content creator too? And that is one of the reasons that made me to become a content creator. You imagine how many hours you spend on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. If you were putting that time just to create your own content and put it out there, imagine the feedback that you will get. I don't want to say in monetary terms, but just the satisfaction that you are sharing your experiences and helping some people who might be going through what you went through, or who might be needing help in one thing or the other. So embrace change. Really embrace change, because change is not always necessarily bad. Sometimes some changes are bad. That is why we have to be focused on our goals. What are my goals? What changes do I need to be able to achieve them? What changes do I need? I needed to learn how to use my phone to do videos. I needed to learn how to use Canva to do my thumbnails for my videos. I am learning how to do editing. I am learning all those technology things. It is never easy. Nobody says it's going to be easy, but I am willing to learn. I am getting 1% progress every day. And you think 1% is small, think about tomorrow, it will be 2%. In 1 week, it will be 7%. And just think about the progression, because every next time you do it, you are progressing. Hi, Melissa, you are so welcome. Congratulations for your in-person activity that came up after 2 years of staying home. I am so proud of you for all the milestones, and I really thank you for your service, for everything that you do for all of us. Thank you so much. Today we were talking about how to fail your way to success, and we were just sharing all the different things that we have learned about failure, and that fail is just first attempt in learning, and that you have to always focus on to keep trying. So I was saying that embracing change is something that I learned. It took me time to really understand the importance of learning new things, of embracing change and learning new things. I was like one of those who were really resistant to to tech, because I found it so challenging and so cumbersome, because I just thought, okay, it's easy for me to just use my phone to call and receive. But what use do you have a phone which can do you more services, and then you decide to just stay there and use it to phone or receive or to send messages? And like somebody said, it's like you go to the land of the blind, you have one eye. Instead of using your one eye to help them, you decide to close your one eye and also become blind like all of them, and then you all remain in the darkness. No, when you have a new opportunity and to learn, learn. and grow. Don't fear change. Sometimes change is the thing that you need at that moment, because at every moment you are always on time, and sometimes you just need little adjustment. You tweak, you change, you adjust, you adapt. You don't need to take some big changes from the goal. You take bite size steps. You change little by little, and then you keep growing. And so your focus is not to fall and remain. Your focus is to fail your way to success. Because why? Failure means, or fail means, first attempt in learning. And learning, to really master what you're doing, you need to do it repeatedly. Some people learn something the first time and then they just get it. But the majority of us, we need to learn it over and over. I needed to learn to use Canva over and over before I can now make my thumbnails. From the beginning, it took me longer to do my thumbnails. Now, when I go to Canva, I just need like 5 minutes and I am done. The first time I was like more than 30 minutes, I couldn't figure it out. But what did I do? I kept learning. Because why? I need that new skill set to be able to take me to where I want to go. So I have my growth journey, and I need the skill sets, and I can learn them. Or I can find help. I can find a coach. I can find a mentor. I can find a community of people who are growing and building themselves. But when you find a community of people who are growing and building themselves, you have to also bring value. You have to bring value, and you bring value. Everybody brings their own value, because we are all gifted in one thing or the other and in different things. But when we bring them collectively, we become more successful. And so when we look at all the people who have succeeded, I can guarantee you that they have failed more than you and me. But what is the difference? They didn't give up. Because why? They know that you have to fail your way to success. And I will share the story of Michael Jordan. He has this mantra: to learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail. And I totally agree with him, because for the times that I have failed and that I have picked myself up and that I have used the lessons to build back, I have appreciated the success more than if I had just had somebody help me do it, or if I just had it the first time, because I know that I have to work for it. And when you put in the work, you are proud of yourself. And I always, like, for us who have tried once or twice and failed, and we think that it is the end, I will always come back to Michael Jordan. And he says, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. And I will always quote him. He says, I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 times, almost 300 games. And 26 times they counted on him to get the winning basket, and he missed it. And he says, I have failed over and over and over. And that is why I succeed. And what is the lesson here? No matter how many times you have failed, people will remember you for that one time that you succeeded. Nobody talks about his 9,000 missed shots. People talk about the winning shots. What makes him the GOAT is the winning shots. He is the GOAT, the greatest of all time in basketball. And what is he remembered for? The winning shots. Nobody goes back to remember all those many, many times that he missed. No, he kept working on himself, and he kept going over and over and over and over. And that is a real lesson for all of us to learn to accept failure, and to, like he says, to learn to succeed, accept failure, but failure to success. Accept failure, not to go and sleep, not to go and give up, not to just give up on yourself, and not to say, oh, I've tried and failed, it means I can't do it. No, you are accepting failure because you are learning to succeed. And learning to succeed by failing gives you the real satisfaction because you have put in the work. And when you put in the work and you get the results, you are more proud of yourself. You are more happy with yourself because you know that you are not a failure because you failed at something. You accept that you are a work in progress. You accept that there is always room for improvement. And you accept that you are ready to put in the work and to improve. And you accept that to be able to succeed is not in a day, it is a process and it is a lifestyle. I want to be a successful person all my life. I don't want to be a successful person sometimes or some seasons. I want to be successful at all seasons. And so I am putting in the work. And then when I get to the level where I can take myself, I am ready to find help. I'm ready to find a coach. I'm ready to find a mentor. I am ready to find a community. I am ready to model success. I am ready to look at all the people who have succeeded. If people have succeeded, it means success is possible, and it means everyone can succeed. And the beauty of modeling success is most often you look at not people who inherited wealth, but people who have built wealth for themselves, who did not come from wealthy families, but they are wealthy today because they understood the principle of success. It is not where you come from, it is not your past that determines your destination or that determines where you will end. Or that if you are challenged today, your failures today is not your final destination. This is a passage, or these are the stumbling blocks that you needed to be able to build bridges for you to succeed. And so you find so many people, so many, because sometimes you say those are famous people and that they are people of a different generation. No, if people have done it before and have succeeded, it means it can be done today. And when you think about, oh no, those are people that this generation is different. No, think about all the inspiring stories in the Bible that still serve us today. When was the Bible written? More than 2,000 years ago. Those successful stories, they still inspire us today. We still model them. Then what more of people in our lifetime when we still know about them, when we still talk about them? So model successful people, and don't wait until you learn only from your own mistakes. Learn to look around you, look at the opportunities, look at those people who have failed and have picked themselves up. Ask questions, because we say that success is mindset and skill set, but most importantly, the mindset. The mindset will give you the ability to ask for help or to look for opportunity, and then the skill set will give you the ability to do the thing and to succeed. So mindset and skill set are very important. You are capable of having success because you are capable of taking action, and you are capable of building yourself, because we all have best friends. You are capable of being your best friend. Treat yourself as your best friend. And what do you do with your best friend? You give them the best. Give yourself the best. Make yourself your priority and give yourself the tools to become your own hero, and to really be proud of you, to be the first in your line, and to use your talents to grow and help others. So when we talk about failure, it shouldn't be give us the fear of what will I what will happen if I try it and I fail. Don't fear to fail, because many people have failed many times, but they have understood the principle. Look at the lesson. Why did I fail? So treat your life like a project cycle. Always have these moments of evaluation, monitoring, always monitor, always find time for yourself to ask yourself, is this what I want in my life? Am I really working towards my goals? And is this serving me? Is this thing that I'm doing, is it going to serve me the way I want? Because you are in the business of building yourself. And when you are in the business of building yourself, you have all the time to look at the strategies that work. And we are saying that even if you don't have the strategies, look around you and see the people who have used successful strategies, model those strategies, adapt them and replicate them, and find your own success. Don't fail and remain on the floor. Fail 10 times, get up 11 times. Because why? Failure is the process to success. If you don't fail, like they say, if you have never failed, it means you have not tried anything new. So try new things, try things, go out of your comfort zone, fail many times, but focus on the end goal. And what is your end goal? To become a successful person. And once we say successful person, we are not limiting successful people to money. We are saying success or wealth is determined by the things that we have that money cannot buy. Count those things and you will see that you are a successful person, that you are a wealthy person. Why not? If you have the money, that is a good bonus, and that's a good surplus, because money will give you all the latitude to do all the things that you want to do. And like for those of us who read the Bible, and where people have shortened the phrase, money is the root of all evil, to to build that limiting beliefs about money and make us think that money is a bad thing. No, money is not a bad thing. It's when you use money for bad things that money is a bad thing. But money is always welcome. When you the more money you have, the more you can serve yourself, your family, your community. You can serve people. You can really do a lot of things with money. Then you have to build on the resources that you have, and don't let failure limit you. Because why? Fail is first attempt in learning. We know a lot of people who have failed their way to success. We can also fail our own way to success. I have picked myself up. I have fallen more than 9 times. I picked myself more than 10 times. Because why? I finally understood the principle of success. You are always going to fail. You ask yourself, have you ever failed at something? Yes, you are not alone. Everybody has failed. But what's the difference? They trusted their get up. So fail as many times as you want, trust your get up. Because why? You fail your way to success. That is the principle, and that is how it works. If you don't fail, it means you are not trying. And when you don't try new things, it means you're doing the same things and expecting different results. No. If you want new results, you have to do new things. You don't have to keep doing the same things over and over and expecting to have new results. Do new things and get yourself new results. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of wealth. You are worthy of being celebrated, of being famous. People are not born famous, they grow their way to become famous. And if they tell you their stories, you will say, wow, oh my goodness, I didn't know that Because sometimes we just limit ourselves and think, oh, this famous person. No, nobody is born with fame. People walk their way to fame. People walk their way to success. People walk their way to achievement. And so, what are you doing with your time? It's much better, like they say, when you have a lot of work, time passes faster. When you have a lot of work, really, the way time flies, you don't even see it going. But tell me, when you are idle, you just there turning up and down, time is not going, and then you just bored and all of that. Meanwhile, there are so many things that you can do with your time to optimize it and to grow and to become your best version. I always talk about becoming your best version because that is what helps you to value yourself, to give that value to yourself that you give to other people, because you see how you are improving, you see how you're growing. You know that you are not yet there, but you also know that you are no longer where you used to be. And that is so beautiful. I am not yet where I want to be, but I am no longer where I used to be. Because why? I decided to use failure as my springboard. And also why? Because people have failed and they have used their failure as their springboard. Hi, my daughter, how are you doing? I am so happy to have you here. And we've had a very, very interesting topic where we are exploring how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. Yeah, we had a lot of people in the chat. People were coming and going and participating. It was a very beautiful experience. And so I don't know whether you want to come up and share your own ideas about how to fail your way to success. If you're busy, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate everything that you do, all your support, all the encouragement. And I'm really always proud of all the things that you do. And so we were just discussing about failure being an opportunity for you to begin again. And this time you are beginning more intelligently. Because why? You are using the lessons from your failure. You did not look at where you failed, you look at what made you to fail. You are taking those lessons and you are using them to do better. You use failure as an opportunity for growth. This allows you to figure out how to make things work. Each time, for example, you start a new business or you start a new project and it doesn't work, you find the lessons, and what happens? It helps you bring clarity, which also helps you show how things work. So it's a very beautiful thing. Sometimes people say failure is a beautiful thing because when you don't fail, you don't learn how to appreciate success. And that's why most of the successful people, they appreciate their success because they have failed so many times. And that is why they are proud of themselves, because they know the work that they put in, they know the things that they surmounted to be able to be successful. And we have to copy the people's strategies who have succeeded. We adapt them and then we replicate them. We have to model success, because if other people have succeeded, it means success is possible for us. So look at the opportunities around you. If things are not going well for you, look around you, ask yourself questions. If you cannot find the answers, find help. Today, more than ever, we have a lot of online communities. Sometimes we will say that it's difficult to identify which community is best for you. Hi, Rashonda, you are so welcome. I am happy to have you. I hope you're doing better now. I was just praying for you and hoping that you will get well soon and come back to what you do best. So I hope you're better now and that you're really well. The weather is really coming at everybody. It's the change of the weather. So I pray that everything is fine now. And so failure is a good thing. If you have to learn how to succeed, you must first learn how to fail. And when you learn how to fail your way to success, you will appreciate your success better. Because why? You have put in the work, you are proud of yourself, and you enjoy your success better. And the real first thing that you always have to remember, failure is an integral part of life. But also remember that failure is your greatest teacher. Okay, I'm happy to hear that you are better. I am doing fine and I'm really just happy with this topic because most of the time people fail once and they think that that is the end, or people fail at something and they think that they are a failure. Meanwhile, that's not the case. And we say that successful people, have failed so many times, but they understood the principle of success, that to be successful, you have to learn to fail. Hello, Shinas. You are so welcome. I am happy to have you here. Yes, everything is well. I hope it is well with you too. Thank you for coming to today's live show. We were talking about how to fail your way to success, and we shared some very beautiful thoughts and reflections about failure, how failure is a good, positive, and enriching thing to help you transform your mindset and grow. And we share the example of people who have failed, the famous people who have failed and who have understood the principle of success. And like we were quoting Michael Jordan, who said, for you to succeed, you must learn to fail. Because when you fail and you pick yourself and grow from your lessons, you appreciate your success better. And when you succeed from lessons from your failure, you gain sustainable success because it's a lifestyle. You know that failure is part of the learning process and that you will get better at every next new try. Because why? You know that learning, repetition is the mother, the father, the uncle, everything for learning. You have to repeat it over and over. Some people get it the first time, but most often people have to learn over and over to be able to get it. Yes, Rashonda, nothing beats a failure but a try. You can't just give up on yourself. You have to keep trying. Because giving up on yourself is even more stress for you. When you give up on yourself, you are keeping the failure in the back of your mind, in your subconscious. It keeps working there. And then you get depressed, you fall sick. Meanwhile, all the time that you would take to be depressed, to be sick, you can use it to use those lessons to build back better. And so sometimes, like we say, you already do everything and then you fail at the last minute and give up. Meanwhile, you are just one step away from your breakthrough, or you are just one step away from the top, and then you give up on yourself at that last minute when you have put in all the work. Failure and giving up is not an option, because the more you fail, the more you learn. And the more you learn and fail, the more clarity you get. And then the more clarity you get, the more likely you're going to succeed. So it's a very beautiful thing when you have that mindset, because we said it is Success is your mindset and your skill set. The mindset is very important when you understand the principle that you have to fail your way to success. But the skill set is also important when you learn you learn the tools that you need to succeed. But the beauty of it is to learn to understand that failure will make you cherish success when you eventually succeed. Because you fail, you don't give up on yourself, you keep trying, and you know that yes, I am just one decision away to an extraordinary life. And then what happens when you give up? Yes, Rashonda, mindset is everything. Because when you have a growth mindset, it gives you all the opportunities to do it over and over. Because a growth mindset means you have an open mind that understands the principle of success. That when it's not doing it once that gives you the results. Sometimes you do it once and you succeed. Most times you have to do it over and over and over before you succeed. And most especially, don't give up on yourself when you fail the first time. Because why? Even though Michael Jordan missed 9,000 shots, today he is the GOAT. What do they remember him for? For the shots that worked. Nobody remembers those 9,000 shots that he lost. Everybody remembers him as a GOAT today in basketball because of the shots that succeeded. So even if you have failed a million times, the one time that you succeed is what you are remembered for. Nobody goes back to remember that you failed a thousand times. No, they see you as a successful person, full stop. Nobody goes back to find out how many times you tried. Look at Thomas Edison. We are using the light bulb today. Nobody thinks about how many times he failed at it. What are we saying? He succeeded to bring us the light bulb, and we are using it today. So you are remembered for the one time that you succeed and not for the 1,000 times that you failed. And that should give us the assurance that it is always imperative to fail your way to success. Don't use failure as a blockage. Use failure as your stepping stone, because all the great people who have succeeded, they have always said to learn to succeed, you must first learn to fail. Because success and failure, they always go hand in hand. They are like success, failure, success, failure. So they are like two sides of the same coin. They always go hand in hand. So success and failure, success, failure, they go hand in hand. They always go hand in hand. So when you ask yourself, I will always ask you, have you failed in your life and you are afraid to fail again? I will tell you that you are not alone. And then I will tell you that you do not worry, because you are going to fail again. You are going to fail over and over and over, because that is life, full of ups and downs, of mountaintops and valleys. Like the waves, they go up, they come down, but we have to navigate them. So whether you are going to fail or not is not the question, because you were going to fail many times. But the question is, how are you going to react to each time you fail? So we are saying that each time you fail, take responsibility, own your failure, stop blaming people, stop thinking that everything is not working for you because the government increased prices. Because concentrate on the things that are in your sphere of control. Whatever the government is doing or whatever your neighbor is doing, those ones are not your business. You are your business. You are your priority. Take responsibility of your failure. In that way, You are accepting that you have failed, and then you are accepting that there is a way forward, and that you are prepared to take the lessons. You are willing to learn and to grow. So taking responsibility is a first step to own your failure and to find a way that will make it to work. Own your failure, take your responsibility, stop blaming everyone else except you. Find the things that you did not do well, find the thing that made you to fail, and build with that. Use those lessons to build back better. And when you treat every failure as a learning opportunity, you will be able to change your mindset. And we are saying that learning is learning. To live is to learn. You have to learn every day, because there are new opportunities that are coming on. There are new things. I am learning the tech to be able to do my videos better, or to be able to navigate this information age in a more productive way. Failure teaches us that success is never guaranteed, because life is not just one smooth sail. And so each time we fail, it is a reminder that we have to be vigilant, we have to be focused, we have to be intentional, and that we have to use our open minds to, to see the possibility. Failure teaches us to embrace change. Yes, sometimes when we fail, we know this is time to change the road that we were taking. This is the time to look at, to really do an auto evaluation and see if this is what we are, if this thing that we are doing, or if this road that we are taking is leading us to our goals. So we have the end goal in mind. We want to succeed, we are failing, we have to look at the lessons. And then when you look at those lessons, you will have clarity on what kind of help you need, because success is possible and failure will come once in a while, but you have to fail your way to success. I thank you all the people who have been in the chat, all those who are going to watch the replay. Learn to fail your way to success, because for you to succeed, you must learn to fail. All the successful people, they have failed one time or the other, but they understood the principle of success. I have to fail. I have to use the lessons from my failure to build back better. Thank you all. Learn to fail your way to success.